Hey, this is Soldier 7 here reporting for Right Wing Federation. In this video, I'm just going to quickly about some recent events that have happened in Hong Kong or had to do with Hong Kong. I'm not talking about the protests that have been going on for months. As you know, I've been covering that a lot. I've done a lot of videos about that this year so far. And like one of them being Trump signing the so-called Hong Kong Act that was passed by the House, and then you had the local elections not too long ago, and the communists in Beijing making statements about some kind of retaliation, whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't know. But yeah, get to President Trump signed the Hong Kong Act, which was passed by the House, and then after that, it seemed like a lot of people in Hong Kong gathered in the streets with American flags and sung and played the American national anthem, the U.S. national anthem, and apparently some of the communists in Beijing, well, the communists in Beijing in general, probably not happy about that. And not only that, there was the so-called local elections where there was the pro-Beijing camp and the pro-democracy camp. Yes, there is the so-called localist camp, but they didn't really seem to play a huge role in the local elections, in this local election. But nevertheless, but just like the pro-democracy camp, even though they have their differences and so forth, they are anti-Beijing. They're part of the anti-Beijing camp, the anti-Beijing side, whatever you want to call them. Even though, yeah, the pro-democracy camp and the localist camp are different, but at the same time, they're both anti-Beijing. But enough of that. I just want to get to the point that this local election that just happened recently, it was mainly the pro-democracy camp who won on a massive scale, and I'm sure, as we all know, the communists in Beijing are not happy about that either. They've made statements about retaliation and so forth, and we don't know whatever that's supposed to mean. So I guess from here, what happens next? I mean, yeah, the local elections are probably not going to solve everything, and even Trump signing the act that was passed by the House, the Hong Kong Act, it may not solve everything, but that is kind of the question, like, what lies next for Hong Kong, given the recent events that I just talked about, that I just said. How is this going to play out? I mean, and what are the communists in Beijing? What do they mean about retaliation? I don't exactly know, although I do recall seeing something about Hong Kong, the communists in Beijing not allowing a U.S. naval ship to dock in Hong Kong, which, as you know, the U.S. Navy has been allowed to do for a while. Well, for a long time, technically, even after the British handed it over, apparently they were still allowed to do that. But yeah, I know it sounds like I'm just rambling at this point, but yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video, not a long one, just talk about these events that have been going on recently, with the local election and the Trump signing the act. Yeah, what's next? What's gonna be next? So yeah, that's all I gotta say. This is Soldier 7. Thanks for listening.